So in the previous video, I blew my account trying to raise it, but luckily I had $1.55 left. So let's see if we can raise it. So we start by trading jump 100. So let's look for trades in this jump 100. Yes, it is the only trade that I can trade with this small account. So as always, the first thing that we do is we draw the trend lines. Then we put another line. And then we put an order block that is marking an area of support that was created long back. As you can see, we are in daily time frame. So we are looking for buy signals, as the market cannot just pass through that support area. In the 4-hour time frame, there was sort of a double bottom that was formed. So as you all know, that a double bottom is followed by an uptrend. And that order block is marking the neckline, that is the area of resistance that was created. So we can put a buy limit so that if the market pulls back to that support line, it can just execute itself. And then we aim for buys. But however, I'm going to put a position so that if the market just continues going high, I'll just benefit from it. So jump 100 isn't that volatile, so it's not a market that you would want to spend time in because it doesn't give you much. But however, I have no choice. It is the only market that I can trade. I'm trying to raise this small account that I blew in the previous video. So in terms of take profit, as always, you just put it at the area of resistance that was formed earlier on. So as you can see, we are in a little bit of profit, but the account is not that big to sustain other markets. So I don't think the market is still going to that buy limit order that I put. So it's just as good as just closing it or deleting it because it has no use. So let me delete it. So now we're in $3.76. Now we made a little bit of profit in the previous trade, but I'm going to visit the volatility 25. This one is a bit of more volatile compared to the jump 100 that I was trading. So I'm aiming for a more profit. So as always, we put a pair of trend lines, the one that is making the trailing support and the one that is marking the trailing resistance. So as you can see, the market is in an uptrend, as it is following the channel that is going up. That is a trend. So we're looking for buy signals, as you can see. So let me explain how I managed to see that the market was going to buy. So this can only sustain 2 positions. So as you can see, the market failed to break to the downside. So we aim for buy signals, but if it had broken to the downside, we would look for sell signals. So as you can see, now we're in $2 profit. Our account is going up, and also that TP was hit, so the market closed the other position. That TP that we put earlier on one position was hit, so the market closed that position, and now we are in $5 equity. And then we enter more positions, and let's see how much we can get. So we were able to enter more positions because now our balance is a bit higher. So we continue going up. Now our account is a bit bigger than before. So in terms of take profit, it's just the same as always. We just put it at the nearest area of resistance so that you can just collect your profit and then leave the market. So we're in $4 profit, so our account is almost $10. That is a lot. In the previous video we blew that account, remember? So this is a lot. So if you haven't watched the previous video, just look in the description. I will put the link in the description. Now we're in $8 profit. So this is not a kind of market that you'd want to spend a lot of time in, because as you can see, the market is currently about to reach that point of resistance, so you don't want to mess around with it because at any time it can just go down. Now in $16 profit, as you can see, the market is still going high. So we adjust the take profit to that area of resistance that I was talking about, and now we close. We're in $23 equity. So let's see how much you can get, and if we can get another trade to trade. Now we visit the volatility 10. So in the volatility 10, we identified a falling wedge. So this falling wedge was followed by a breakout, as you can see, but however, that was a false breakout. And now currently we are at a point where the market broke to the upside. Now first of all, we mark the area of support, that was the lower low that was created before, and then that line is marking the resistance that was respected quite a number of times, and then we put an order block marking that point. So now that the market is past that point, it can come back to retest and then continue to go up. So if it continues to go up, we can just enter the position, but for now, let's see if the market is that volatile. And then let's add more positions. And then TP, we always adjust this to the area of resistance or the area of influence that was formed earlier on. This is very important so that you don't lose your money. Now we are $99 profit. Our account is 120, which is a lot. The market is going up, and it is still going up. Let's see if we can add more positions.
A few
So be
moments
careful
later.
when adding more positions. Sometimes you can reach full margin. It is very important to note that when full margining, you can lose your money if the market retests. So now, as you can see, we are in 660 profit. As you can see, the market closed one position that we had put the TP. So the market now, our balance is in 95. So this is a lot. You can just close and then we look for other trades. So let's see if we can get a last trade, so that we can just end the day in 1,000. And then we visit Volatility 25 1 second. So let's start by executing the market, and then I'll explain to you why I sold this market. So this is kind of a very volatile market, so you don't want to go full margin on this one, because a little retest can just blow your account even if you're correct. So I'm just testing the volatility of this chart. So I've seen that the market is that volatile, so let me execute. So this was kind of a double top. So as you can see, that was the second top that was formed. The first top is over there on the left side. So double tops are traded. We aim for sell signals. As you can see, the market sold. So let's see how much we can get from this one. If you can reach 1,000, then we just close the market and we'll be content. So this was marked by a retest. So that retest came to test that level, that second top, so that the market can continue going down. Let's add more positions. So this is very volatile, so it cannot sustain a lot of positions. This is risky. Putting a lot of positions in this kind of market is very risky, because a little retest can just blow your account. Please note that. So the market is headed towards that neckline that was formed. So at that neckline, you can just put your TP and then just leave the market. It will reach that TP. However, this is a 4-hour time frame, so it will take very long to reach that level. So you can just wait for it like right now, and then you close the market. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss out when there's an update.